I'm Neil Hermes and I'm the owner-operator of Canberra Guided Tours. One of the lovely things about Canberra Guided Tours, of course, is it's always been a family-owned business. And back in 1961, the original owners, the people who started the company, Jack and Mary Dando, they came to Canberra as public servants. They had jobs in Canberra, but they quickly realised that many people arrived in Canberra and there was no way of learning about the city, no way of having a guided tour around the city. So they set up the company to help people, and they were the very first to do something similar. And over the decades since, Canberra has grown in amazing ways, and the stories of this city have grown with it. Our company now does a highlights tour every day where we pick out the great iconic stories of the city and present them to international visitors and domestic visitors every day. We also do wine tours into the region around Canberra and wildlife tours, because of Canberra being known as the bush capital, has fabulous wildlife. Birds, my particular favourite, kangaroos, echidnas, wombats. These are things that we can highlight in the Canberra district, which are often difficult to highlight around other capital cities around Australia. We also do a lot of charter work where groups will come to Canberra and they'll get us to take them and show them special parts of the city. It might be to do with the horticulture, the flowers, the history, the military history, the wildlife, or other elements of the story which particularly interest them. So we have a variety of tours, and one of the things I'm really proud of is that I've been able to find other people who have a similar feeling about sharing information, and so all the guides who work in Canberra Guided Tours have a similar sort of background and a similar sort of enthusiasm for sharing and sharing with people from all over Australia, from all over the world. One of the great joys about being a tour guide, of course, on every day when you go out, you're with a different group of people. Now, you may be in the same place and you may be talking about the same features, say the Parliament House of Australia or the War Memorial. But every group that comes, every family that you meet, every couple that you meet and you're taking around the city brings their own interests and their own reflections on the place. And what, as a tour guide, you do is you feed off that enthusiasm, you feed off that knowledge, and that helps you grow yourself. It helps you learn more yourself, but it also means that it creates an enthusiasm for you to be able to share something with people who bring a different outlook or a different view. So when you're a tour guide, one of the things that you hope for at the end of a half a day, or at the end of a day, or at the end of a couple of days when you've been with people, is that they've become enriched by the experience, so that they've learnt more about the place. But it's not just a learning thing, it's a feeling thing. It's a place of having them had a fun time, an enjoyable time, and generally having used what's often very valuable time and very valuable money in terms of tourism time, in a worthwhile way, but in a way where they've learnt more and they're enriched by the experience. One of the great advantages we have of taking people around Canberra when they arrive in Canberra is people often don't come with a great expectation of their visit to Canberra. They don't have a high expectation of a particular thing that they're looking for. And on many occasions when people leave having done a tour with Canberra Guided Tours, they'll say, we learnt so much more about the city, we enjoyed the city so much than we ever expected to do. So we've exceeded people's expectations of their touring or their holiday experience, and that's always a very satisfying thing. And I'm very proud of the way that Canberra Guided Tours has grown over the years and now is the premier tour company for people visiting Canberra.